Mr. Umpad the moral lesson of the story, let us proceed to the different figures of speech found in the story The Little Prince. But before that, going back to our past lessons, we've learned that figure of speech are words or phrases that possesses a separate meaning from their literal definition. Some of the most commonly used figures of speech are simile, metaphor, apostrophe, irony, and hyperbole. Many authors use figure of speech to give depth to their text and leave the reader in wonder. It puts the author's words to life. The figure of speech reveals not just the writer's aim, but also his motivation for using such language. It enhances the work and makes it more engaging to the readers. The first figure of speech we have is simile. A simile is an express comparison between two unlike objects. The comparison being made using words like, as, similar to, or resembles. Similes that can be found are as of the following. First, we have the statement found in the chapter 5 where the prince tells the narrator about baobabs and the narrator responds thusly. I pointed out to the little prince that baobabs were not little bushes, but on the contrary, trees as big as castles. This simile helps the reader visualize how enormous and intimidating the baobabs are, which is important because many critics feel that the baobabs are symbol of the Nazis because of their desire to spread out and conquer. Second, we have simile found in chapter 9 where the prince compares a volcanic eruption to a fire in a chimney. And last third, we also have a simile found in chapter 16 where the narrator describes the army of lamplighters. He described them as the movements of this army would be regulated like those of the ballet in the opera. This simile not only adds charm to a dull chore, but also emphasizes how strict the duties that grown-ups undertake. The comparison is also a flowery and witty approach for the narrator to depict the lamplighter, which he confesses and apologizes for. It serves as a reminder to the readers that the narrator is an adult who is prone to such frivolities. I now introduce Mrs. Almanzor to discuss the Mrs.
Sige na.
Dili na.
Ano na, ikat na lang.